A blended family, it describes the new family unit, which is a family unit over the course of the last 20, 30 years. So a blended family is where you get two families actually coming together. And there's obviously children from different relationships, and you might have a couple that are either married or they could just be cohabiting. Special considerations as far as a blended family are concerned will be to look at their existing plans and to figure out exactly what's required. It very often requires a very often awkward conversation between the members of the blended family because they need to decide what's going to happen in the event that one partner or the other passes away. Once they've considered that, then you need to look at the existing arrangements, be their death in service benefits, be their insurance arrangements, be pension schemes, and see actually where they would end up in the event that one or the other party passed away. It's not always easy to arrange finances that are satisfactory for everyone, and that's why the conversation can often be very, very difficult. But you need to take everything into account. You need to take into account any policies that are held by all parties to the marriage. You also need to consider marriage or relationship, I should say. You also need to consider what the requirements are of the individual. Do they want the other person's children to benefit? Do they want the partner to have a lifetime interest and thereafter benefit from, who benefits from the remainder, if you like? And that's why the conversation can often be quite taxing and fairly difficult. It's often the role of the financial advisor would be then to mediate, maybe not the right word, but actually just to sit down and discuss the circumstances with the individuals and make sure that they're happy with the way that things will look in the event that one or other party was to pass away. It can create awful problems later on if you don't have the discussions first of all at outset. In worst case scenario, you can see huge costs of litigation. There can be arguments, there can be fallings out. It can create a totally unpleasant environment. So it's far better that these things are addressed early on in the relationship. Well, certainly you review any life policies that are in place. You can also put trusts in place. And what that can do is create a lifetime interest for a spouse or a partner, and thereafter you can actually dictate who would benefit from the policies or the monies thereafter. Trust is a particularly useful one. I suppose the fundamental document that needs to be looked at and reviewed is the will, because that will dictate where somebody's estate will go in the event that something were to happen to them. You need to look at expression of wishes, which are often written on discretionary trusts, and just make sure that reflects the person's requirements and that all parties are satisfied and happy as to the destination of the trust property. Financial advisors are pivotal in the planning process because we can occupy a neutral ground effectively. We want to make sure that that partners to a relationship are treated equally. We also want to make sure that the plan that's worked out for them actually works. So we can actually sit and possibly raise issues that they may not think of or may not want to discuss with each other. It's very, very important they're as forthright as they possibly can be, and then we can make proper arrangements. So we can occupy that space whereby we both listen and then try and guide the advice so that it works for all parties.